Today on the channel, Adventurous Ones, we're continuing on with Fandom Week here on the channel. And now we're checking out the Wonder Woman version of the Marvel, none other than the Power Princess herself. Welcome to the toy review. It's time we get started. Welcome back, Adventurous Ones, for another unboxing and review. I'm your host, as always, the master of all multiverses. And the reason why they've turned into absolute and total shitfest. Not sorry for it one damn bit, but you're welcome. Joseph Michaels, the Adventurous Joe, at your services. And today we are checking out, as part of Fandom Week, as I told you, we're going to be doing things from McFarlane, which we started on Monday. Tuesday we did the G.I. Joe. Sorry, my brain just went blank there for a second. Now we're on Marvel, and it's from the Marvel Legends line, the Void Build-A-Figure wave, the re-release of the Squadron Supreme Power Princess herself. And a little side note to all this whole thing, this figure is a blessing in disguise to anyone that got her when they re-released her like this and stuff, because this figure now sells for nearly $900. What? Yeah, there are a lot of places all over on eBay. She sells for way over the retail pricing. Now, I missed out on this originally because at the time it came out, there was all sorts of things going on in my life that I wasn't able to afford her at the time and stuff, or the whole wave for that matter. So I missed out on her. When I tried to get it back later and stuff like that, when I became a little more financial stable and stuff, she was so high overpriced, I said, I can't, there's no way. And then they come out and announce, we're doing re-releases of older figures. Here she is. And thanks to a good buddy of mine that said he got his from Nerdzoic, I got an email from Nerdzoic. They said it was limited stock. Bam! I jumped on that freaking thing so quick it was like my head spun around and went right out the door. Anyways, here she is. We're checking her out right now. First things first, the figure in the box. And both sides of her packaging show her profile picture. On the back, you see the Build-A-Figure itself, and telling you what figures you need to complete the Void figure. The Void Build-A-Figure, excuse me. And then on top of that, in different languages, we got Power Princess uses her extraordinary strength and skill to protect Earth alongside the other members of the Squadron Supreme. In other words, she is the Wonder Woman of their team and of the Marvel Universe. Anyways, it's time we get this cracked open and see what she's all about. Woo, look at that! Unnecessary crap. We don't need this anymore. I might hang on to the box though, because gotta find the rest of these figures now to get the Build-A-Figure done. Okay, and believe me, some of them are pretty well cheap on places like Amazon now and stuff. You can probably get them for pretty cheap. Anyways, she's got her sword. Okay, I'm trying to get out her sword, and it does not want to come out. Oh, it's taped down. I wonder why. Okay, let's try this dance again. Pull from here. There! Her sword! Her shield! Ah, there we go. Dang. Very annoying. Her extra hands, which her right hand fist and left hand is like a sort of like a grip looking hand, if you will. And the Build-A-Figure pieces for the Void, which are both his legs. Well, one of his legs anyway. Goodbye, leg. Which, this is neat about the Void. Look at this. You can see it right through the legs themselves and stuff. These are like translucent, which is pretty freaking sweet looking. That's gonna be neat when he gets put together. I can see why now it's like the, you know, it's called the Void, because it literally, you shine the light through it and stuff, and it's literally looking like it's see-through. Alright, and last but not least, pushing her out. There we go. Alright, there we go. Finally got that all done. Goodbye to that. Here she is, Power Princess herself, from the Squadron Supreme. Now she does have head articulation on the ball joint and stuff, which allows her to bend down about that far and only look up about that far. However, torso crunch allows her to push backward enough so she can look like that if you want her to look upward. Or enough like that to be looking downward. Because then when you got her head tilted downward and stuff, you can see her looking down even more. Okay. Now, the problem with this head is that, yes, it can go 360. The hair is molded plastic, heavy molded plastic and stuff. And like I said, she is on a ball joint, which is a socketed ball joint. So basically it will turn like that, and so on and so forth. However, it limits her maneuverability in her head. Allows her to only look a certain way, like if you want her to look that way, the plastic hair hanging this way, or you want her to look that way, again, plastic hair sticking out like this, and so on. Now, arm articulation, crosswise. Oop, hang on. Now let's move her head that way. Oh dear, okay, it's not good. Let's try this way. There we go. Goes around 360. Bicep joint allows it to turn. Elbow articulation lets her push up about that far. She does have the double to it and stuff. Push that just like that, and then just like that. Yeah, there you go. Now, biggest problem with this arm area and stuff is that it's got like this thin plastic. That tells you how old this Marvel Legends figure is and stuff. It's got that thin plastic in between the joint area and stuff. So when you're bending her upward and stuff, it's literally almost like stressing that small plastic in there. So basically you gotta be careful when you do these things. Now, in the case of her arm, like I said, it can go 360 and stuff. This arm of hers, yeah, it can only go up about that far, crosswise. And then back down again. She is very tight jointed. Okay. And like I said, torso articulation at the top allows her to turn all the way around and stuff. Now, in the case of her leg joints, she does have the double knee joint. However, again, this is an older figure re-released and stuff. So it's basically got to be careful when doing this stuff. Yes, she can go all the way back and stuff, but at the same time, she has got that stressing in the plastic. So you got to be very careful when doing these things. Now, she also has leg swivel. And so on there. Boots will allow her to, in her feet, allow to push back about that far. And up about that far. Readjust, readjust, readjust. She also has knee swivel. So, the boot swivel, excuse me. So the boot can move to side like that if you want it. Readjustment and so on and so forth. Now, her weapons are the typical clamshell like holder for the shield, which a lot of people said, including MCU collector and stuff, said that this thing always likes to break too easily. Now, is this one going to hold more of a sturdiness to it and stuff? Or is it one of those that you might have issues with later? Well, we're going to find that out. Because we're going to put on her shield right now. And like that. It's hanging in there just fine. It's pretty good. And turn her elbow... Yep, just like that. Then we're going to put her sword in her hand. Like so. Now if I had a Wonder Woman figure, the Wonder Woman figure to show you with her sword and shield and stuff like that, you would practically swear these two are sisters. So that's pretty kind of cool the way it is. Now, like I said, the only additional hands she comes with is a right fist. So if she got her, you could act like she got her sword knocked out of her hand. You could put the fist in and have her going like this, hanging under the shield and still going, smacking people. And then there's also this hand for the left hand, which, like I said, I think it represents like a grip type hand or a holding type hand, because it looks like if you turn it that way, you could put a small little cup or something in her hand and she could be like she's holding it, you know? And, of course, the Build-A-Figure pieces for the Void. Now, like I said, these are translucent pieces. So you can literally hold them up to the light like this and you're seeing right through them. You're literally seeing right through them, which I think is the neatest thing in the world. And there we go. Plus, Dan Larson would be going crazy over this stuff. He probably already did get one of the Void and said that, oh my god, it's translucent. I love translucent. I know. It's just a little shade. Just throwing a little shade. Take that. Take that. Alright. So, what are my thoughts on this figure? For one, I'm glad I finally got her. Two, this is not worth no $900 fucking dollars being sold on eBay or Amazon, okay? Yes, it's an older figure and all and stuff, and she probably was the most popular one in the wave that probably sold out immediately and stuff. But not worth the price, overpricing it like they've been doing on eBay and stuff. Now, there are some people on eBay now that have the same figure, the older figure and stuff like that. Not the re-release of her, that like we got here and stuff, but an older figure, the original release of her, now is starting to come down in price. Like the other day, I saw one for $39.99, and the guy said it's the original one, the first release, not the re-release. And I says it's the same thing. That it's not newer packaging or anything. It's just the same packaging, the same old packaging it came in originally and stuff. Okay, $39.99, not too bad. All right, and free shipping for that matter. But, however, this figure actually is $27.99. Okay, $27.99. Was it worth it? Absolutely. Because if it's one of those hard to find figures and you don't want to pay some scalper overpriced crap on eBay, okay, this was your ticket, your golden ticket, and a present from Hasbro. If you got in on this sucker, I'm glad you did. A friend of mine, like I said during the charity live stream that we were doing on Universal Toy Collectors channel and stuff, he was showing his, and I said that Big Bad Toy Store canceled mine out and stuff. I said, where'd you get yours? He said, Nerdzoic. And I was like, okay. I reached out to Nerdzoic. They didn't have any in stock at that time and stuff. Okay, I got an email. The minute I got an email saying, Power Princess, limited stock, bam, I jumped right on it. Freaking jumped right on it. Didn't care. Sorry about that. My hair's getting in my glasses now. Ha! Really I'm overdue for a haircut. Anyways, was she worth the $27.99 price tag, or is she worth a little less on the price tag? Considering now the original release went straight up in price all over the place, okay, and made her hard to get a hold of, okay, I would pay the $27.99. In fact, I did pay the $27.99. And she is worth that. Okay, now, stressing points here. We want to stress that real clear here. This is older plastic. Okay, this is not the newer stuff like Hasbro is doing now and stuff, and things are getting a little better and everything. This is older plastic on this figure, including where the joint section here in the elbow section. Okay, it's wide open, it's thin as can be, and you got to be very careful when extending the arm up and doing the double joint in the elbow section, because it is stressed. It can stress so easily, just like it did on her legs. Okay, the knee joint area, when I was pulling her leg back like this, you could see where that older plastic is a little starting to, get those stress marks. You don't want that happening right away on your figure. But again, this is not a newer figure. This is an older figure. And again, I've got hair in my freaking eyes again. Dang. Get off the glasses. Annoying. Overdue for a haircut. Badly. Anyways, let's get back to this whole thing I'm saying here. Okay, this is worth that $27.99. Get her while you can get her, because there's no guarantee she's going to stay that price forever. Okay, because she could, the moment she is going to become hard to get a hold of again, people are going to raise those prices up again. Okay, I've already started to see some that went down on their pricing, but not by much. Because they says, oh, the original. This is the original. Why buy the re-release? It's the same figure nonetheless. Okay. So, let's hear your thoughts down in the comment section down below, Adventurous Ones. Is this one of them that you are happy they brought back out and jumped right on it the minute it was available to get, or is it one that you passed on originally when it first came out? Let's hear your thoughts down in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss on anything we got coming up on this channel in 2026. There is always more on the way. You never know what's going to be on the channel unless you hit the bell and set it to all. And this is the final week to get in on the March giveaway. If you want your chance to win a $25 gift card of your choice, if you're the winner, okay, you need to head over to that video right now. Hit and listen to the rules of it and stuff, and put in the hashtag road to 1K, and you're done. Because on the 29th after midnight, we're going to be, and it hits the 30th, we're going to be collecting all names. We're going to go over everybody's names to make sure they followed the rules of the entry video and stuff, and so on and so forth. And then we're going to put them in a duck race where we do three different duck races. We did the first one with everybody in it. Get us a winner from that. Do a second one where we choose a second person to go up against the first person. And then the third time, see which one of those two is going to walk away with a $25 gift card of their choice. So, until the next unboxing, till the next Is Diana Prince Your Sister review. Peace out. May the force be with all of you. Every last one of y'all have a safe, lovely, and beautiful week out there. Take care of yourselves, your family, your friends, your pets, loved ones in general. And be smart out there, people. Don't do stupid shit. And do not listen to stupid people that are going to get you badly hurt. Or even worse, taken out of life forever. Alright? Use your heads. The brains up in there are what they're supposed to be used for. Okay? And use those... Listen to your mind and your heart, okay? If both are telling you things are not right, just go home. Okay? Just get home to the people that love and care about you the most, alright? And every single chance you have, doesn't matter, we're not in safe times anymore, okay? Every chance you have, you let them know how much you love and care for them in return. Until then, take care. God bless to all of you out there. Please, stay safe. And we'll see you all later.